Hi, my name is Stephen Pivnik. I'm an entrepreneur and an endurance athlete. I'm also the author of Built to Finish, How to Go the Distance in Business and in Life. There are 5 things I wish I knew about endurance sports before I embarked on this journey. Number 1, you're going to become a complete addict. Endurance sports are incredibly addictive. From the second you cross your first finish line, your sense of accomplishment is going to be overwhelmed. You're going to want to experience that dopamine hit many times over. There's also a huge variety of sports to choose from marathons to ultra marathons, to triathlons, to ultra triathlons, to mountaineering, to obstacle course races. There's such a great variety, the sports will just keep you coming back for more and more. Number 2, endurance sports will make a dent in your bank account. They can become very expensive. On the lower end of the spectrum are running races. Marathons will cost you a lot of sneakers. Ultra marathons will cost you sneakers plus a lot of other gear that you may need depending on the distance. Triathlons are an entirely different price tag. By the time you're done with all your swim gear, bike gear, and running gear, you're looking at possibly $10,000, if not more. There's nothing wrong with going the budget approach. You can definitely become a triathlete on a budget and spend less than that. But get ready for some big ticket items if you get serious about the sport. On the highest end of the spectrum is mountaineering. This is where your expenses are really going to start skyrocketing. Getting to the top of some of the tallest summits in the world is going to be very expensive. We're talking about prices approaching 6 figures and above. Between the gear, the licenses, the guiding, and other expenses that you're going to incur, the price tag is going to be substantial. Number 3, endurance races will take you to some of the most incredible places in the world. And some of these places are going to be very extreme. You're going to be going through some extreme distances, some extreme climates, and often extreme elevation changes. Ironman has 1 or 2, sometimes 3 races every single weekend across the entire world. There's an Ironman race in almost every country. In Escape from Alcatraz, you start by swimming from the Alcatraz Island to San Francisco Bay. In a triathlon called SOS, held in upstate New York, you go through 7 stages and you finish in an area called the survival area, not just the finish line. Badwater, the world's toughest foot race, is 135 miles of running in boiling hot temperature, then freezing cold. The World Marathon Challenge will have you running a marathon on a different continent for 7 days in a row. Ultraman is a 3-day triathlon that starts with a 6.2-mile swim and a 90-mile bike on day 1, a very hilly 170-mile bike on day 2, and then there's day 3, which is a 52.4-mile double marathon. Day 2 is one of the hardest mountains in the world to summit. If I was you, I would stick to something easier, like Mount Everest. Number 4, get ready to say goodbye to your social life. That may be a little bit extreme, but not really. You're gonna wonder what you ever did with all of this time that you're now dedicating to training. Participating in endurance sports requires a great deal of swimming, biking, running, strength, and conditioning training. Don't underestimate the amount of time you're going to spend away from your family and friends. But on the flip side, there's going to be a great reward for it. You're going to get into the best shape of your life, and you're going to be highly inspirational to many others around you. Number 5, the 2 questions you will always be asked is why and what's next. For people that you first meet that find out about what you do, why will inevitably be asked. For people that do know you, you're constantly going to be asked what's next. You're going to need a whole separate support system in order to have endurance sports conversations with. People that speak your language, because your friends will not. People that understand where you're coming from and are just as crazy as you are. Get ready to be the most interesting person in the room, because your stories will probably trump many others.